somebody's done you wrong, it's time for you to sing along and call them out, call them out, call them out. You gotta call them out, call them out, call them out. It's time to call them out.
Well, the people that are being called out the most here by all the comments I'm getting is us.
Why?
Because we're sitting where we are sitting. People that are watching us on KBJ TV. In fact, Alex said, this new studio they're talking about looks a lot like the old one. Well, that would be because we are still in the old studio. Remy said, yeah, I'm calling out all of KBJ. You were teasing this new studio, making a big deal out of it, and you guys are still in the old studio. What's going on? Yeah, it was a little bit premature. The new studio is, I know you may find this shocking. It's not ready.
Well, specifically, I think the video element wasn't ready, and that was the most important part of making like the whole video thing awesome and new and fresh.
But I saw a video over the weekend.
I walked out of here thinking, okay, well, the video's not ready for the first week. We won't do it. And then when I got home, I saw a video from the video studio. I was like, oh, okay. So I don't know.
I legit was I was walking down the new studio today. Denny's like, no, man, we're in this studio. He's like, I told you this yesterday. I don't remember.
Yeah, so I don't know. I won't give you another projection, but yes, we're still in the old studio for who knows how much longer. So maybe it someday we'll be in that new studio, but I don't know for sure. So, Star said, "OMG, didn't Kevin say he's quitting if it's not ready?" I don't think. I know you would like for me to, but no, I don't think I ever said I was quitting if it wasn't ready.
It never got that dramatic.
And if you said it, you were kidding.
Yes.
Although I do love dramatic, Kev.
I knew a lot better. I was like, when I said on Friday, I was like, I have a feeling this probably isn't actually our last day in the studio, but I'm going to go with what they're telling me.
I don't know. It's kind of our charm. How this build up, all this huge announcement. Monday's going to be the day. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, well, I only pass on what they tell me. So
We want it to be perfect when we get in there. So they're going to make it perfect. We're not going to start it and have it be half ready.
Right. So we are still in the old studio till someday in the foreseeable future.
But you know what? The old studio ain't so bad.
No,
It's okay.
I love it in here.
It's comfortable, That is kind of like an old shoe, isn't it?
It is.
It has the same smell, about the same look.
Same spots everywhere.
Yeah. But, put it on, you walk around, you're all right.
Yeah, this shoe fits me well.
Mm-hmm. This person in Briar wants to call out both Luna and Baxter for breaking my favorite wine glasses.
Oh, that must be her dogs.
You hope it's their dogs and not their friends from their card party.
And this person in Palm Beach is calling out the parents who had a so-called graduation party for their kids. These parties are just full-blown adults with liquor serving going till 3 a.m. Call it what it is. You're not throwing this for your kids. They can't even drink.
I just saw another one of those body cams, and it was a teacher who was throwing this. It was two teachers. They were throwing this huge rager for these teenagers. The cops pretty much arrest them on the spot. They are so shocked they're doing something wrong. They're going, we're giving kids alcohol because we're celebrating graduation.
Yeah.
You're a teacher?
Yeah, this person, they sent in a text. They said, I need to call out the woman who called me a complete a-hole and told me, well, you obviously hate kids, all because I insisted on having the aisle seat I paid an extra $52 for. So she expected me to sit in the middle seat so that she could be directly next to her kid from across the aisle. And then she went off on me. So like the entire plane could hear. The flight attendant had to come up and set her straight. And then she told me all that, and I just smiled and said, have a great day.
Oh, my gosh.
People are losing their minds with this.
She thought if she raised her voice enough that I would just cower and then drop into that seat. She's like going, you're an a-hole. You obviously hate kids. And, wanted to get everybody paying attention. And, as did some people start recording the video to get this ready. And so she was going to create a scene to get what she wanted. He stood his ground, and he said, sorry. I paid $52 to sit in this seat specifically.
And you know why she did that? Because she's done it before and has gotten away with it, and she complained, and people cowered down.
He's right.
Gave her the seat, and someone said, no, not today.
Yep.
What you just have to do is remain calm and quiet and just be like, no.
That's what he did.
You get all mad, you get all huffy, you start screaming and yelling, but they do that now on these airlines. They charge a premium price
Right.
if you want a certain seat, even in the main cabin.
Yeah.
Even like towards the back of the plane where it used to be like everybody just sits in any of those seats for free. No.
Oh, I would feel so blessed though if someone started yelling at me on a plane. I'd start filming and go, "Oh, I do a radio show. This is gonna go viral. Thank you. We want the numbers."
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Well, just go travel. I'm telling you, people are waiting to yell.
This person wants to call out their husband for how obnoxious he is to watch any show or movie with. He constantly insults characters, talks over dialogue, and screams at the screen.
Oh, no.
And he doesn't see why this is a problem.
Does he do this in life too, or just when you're watching movies and TV?
It just says when they're watching movies and TV. And there are some people that, for many different reasons, are not great to watch anything with. My wife, for instance, I've realized a lot of times watching something with her now, she's gotten to the point where she's always watching something on her phone. And when I put on a show for us to watch together, she's still watching something on her phone. And when I look over and do a quick glance, she's staring at her phone, not even watching the show. So I'm really watching the show by myself.
And it's at a pivotal point where you need to be watching the show, the one you're watching, and you're missing the one guy gets stabbed. You're like,
Yeah.
are you even watching this?
Well, you want to talk about it later with you. Like going, so what do you think's going on with this? She's like, I don't know. Who was that? I'm like, he was the main character we've watched for 3 seasons.
He got stabbed, and you watched it with me.
It was the main plot of the entire show. They've been going on this for about 20 episodes.
Or someone asking questions about what's going to happen, and you don't know because you haven't seen the movie either. I'm like, I didn't write it.
That's where, yeah, she'll come back and she'll ask me a question about the show. I'm like, nope.
You were there.
No, you're not. No, I'm done breaking this down for you. You either watch it or you go back and see it on your own later.
See, I think that's something you got to sit down and talk to your mate with. If you guys are not TV or movie compatible,
Yeah.
and just you can't watch things together, I don't think you're a jerk if you say it in a kind way. Just going, we watch things differently,
Yeah.
and maybe we shouldn't watch it together.
We used to be. I really think that she's becoming more and more brain hacked. I think she needs such a level of stimulation now where watching one show at a time is not enough for her. It's insane.
That's what the social media and the availability of all these streams do to your brain constantly.
right.
You think that you need multiple streams because you've been brain hacked.
Well, it's all about, they're finding more and more about the pleasure centers of the brain. And as whatever it is that triggers that, you hit it more. And we become like any addict is with heroin. You want that kick, whatever it is you're doing, whether it be likes on social media. I think it's the same thing for my wife, where she is so accustomed to that endorphin rush of watching a show that she now needs 2 at the same time so she can try to double dip.
But even with your awesome TV, Kevin's got the coolest looking TV, but there's got like 8 screens on it with 8
Yeah.
different things going on.
Yeah.
There's so much stimulation.
Right, I know. I'm doing it to myself, yeah.
I do it too.
Yeah, I do that. That has 2 purposes. Yeah, so it's like they do it with YouTube now too, where you can split it up. And if you're doing sports, I find it's doable because you have commercials and you have maybe one game that you're kind of really paying attention to, but you're kind of lightly watching the others. Sports, it kind of works. If you're watching a drama or a comedy, yeah, you can't watch multiple shows at one time.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Nothing makes me more annoyed than that NFL red zone, where it's like 8 games going at once, and they keep checking out of one and into another, and
But
there's
you're
like
getting all the highlights, Virginia.
no.
See, they did.
Really? You don't like
No.
that? See, I love that. I watch NFL Red Zone every Sunday. That's the main thing I put on.
Want to punch the NFL red zone?
They started doing that with baseball, where someone was taking the whole game, which is like 3 hours plus usually,
Yeah.
and cutting it down to just 21 minutes of every highlight thing. That they sped up all the crap. They took out all the crap. You saw the whole game in about 22 minutes.
Right. Yeah, they do that a lot now. I love doing that. They do that to college football games. They'll do it in 1 hour, and it's just snap, 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 and you're seeing all the action and all the downtime and the chatting and all that stuff. It's all gone, and so you get to watch the entire game in just 60 minutes, and that's including their commercials. You don't love that, Virginia?
I have a
you like that?
problem when you have multiple things going at once. I like one baseball game, chop, 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 where you've taken all the
Okay.
dull moments, and there's a lot of dull moments in baseball. Take all the dull out and
Yeah.
just show me the hits. Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Could do that with the dirt of the day too, Kev. Really, just the fat.
Whatever.
Take out that fat and just the meat.
This game never been dull.
Interesting.
I got the
okay.
spicy over here.
Yeah, I did not see NFL Red Zone getting called out today.
Ugh.
But it is. All right, I'll let people sound off. What do you think of the NFL Red Zone where they just show you the highlights?
It's too much.
Love it or hate it?
It's a lot.
It's a lot of stimulation for you.
Yes.
Just too much going on.
It's annoying. It keeps switching. If I'm watching a game, I want to watch that game.
It's too jarring for grandma.
Grandma don't like it. Flipping the screen, you're flipping it over and over, and
There's probably a bunch of graphics, swooshes going on.
People are talking a little bit about the Red Zone. Is it awesome or awful?
awful, Kevin.
56% love it. 43 do hate it. I'm surprised it's that way. I thought it would be a landslide. How do you not love the Red Zone? Nothing but action, less commercials.
I do know what Virginia means when something's just too.
My husband will put on the Red Zone, because he wants to see what's going on with all of his different fantasy football people. But it actually breaks my brain when the channel goes to the Red Zone. I have to get up and leave the room, and I am grumbling and mumbling under my breath, and some of those words are curse words.
So it sounds like the gamblers love Red Zone.
Yeah.
So they can really get the money out there.
I can't with you, Red Zone. You're too much.
Yeah.
Slow it down. Enjoy one game. Why do we have to watch 9 games at once?
Okay, a lot of people are endorsing the NFL Red Zone, but they're NFL fans. Remy said, I don't even like football, so I voted hate it. So that might have tipped the scales as well.
Thank you, Remy. We need you.
This is how we do. It's the KVJ Show.